Woo. So, as you can see, got the first 3 steps in. These ones are quite deep and high, but it's a bit steeper here. Path, dug a bit more of that out, so that runs off behind me there, and then that leads to a set of smaller, shallower steps which are only 1 log high and narrower. Take you straight up the hill at the Woodland. A lot of hard work, but slowly getting there. So I'm in a cup of tea. Last one of the day by the looks of it. It's a nice little thermos that. It's actually by thermos. Oh, lovely. Also did a bit of the fencing down the bottom. Need to get some sort of support bracing post for the end post. Bit of an error with them. I used the 75mm posts all the way down, and really I should have put a thicker retaining post on each end, which I was advised by someone, a fencing expert on TikTok, when I asked the question. But what I can do with them, it's not like they're keeping animals in or anything, they're there purely to mark out the boundary. So what I can do with them is put a bracing post in at a 45-degree angle at each end, which I'm going to do. Dig that in and then screw it into the end post, which will give it a bit more support. I don't know if you can see the fence behind me there, but I was sort of a bit torn whether to use wire or timber for the crossbars. I went for the wire in the end, simply because from a distance, you walk like 10 meters away from it, you can't really see it, so it's an unobstructed view of the woodland all around. But when you get near it, it quite clearly defines a boundary, which is what I wanted. So that's what I've gone for. I did chat in some of the other videos about I was slightly against using wire, but there's no barbed wire on it, and it's quite a large gauge mesh in it. It's actually about, I think it's about 8-inch square, so I mean there are gaps because it doesn't cover the entire perimeter. The deers that are in this wood, they can get round, that's easy enough. And anything smaller be able to get through. I mean a fox could fit through those holes, but it's not really up to stop anything coming in or out, it's just there for defining the boundary. Did a little bit of digging on the parking space today, but that is hard work, that is. As we get deeper into it, there's more and more needs to be carried out, so I'm just going to chip away at that a little bit at a time. I think concentrate on getting the steps done up the top. They're smaller. You see I use the support posts here are just a little bit of 1x1 tunnelized timber, which were these ones were actually offcuts off some timber I had at home. But for the smaller steps I got some proper treated step stakes, but they're smaller, they are, so that's why the steps up there are only like one log high. But it's all slowly coming together. Anyway, enjoy my cup of tea in peace and quiet. Oh. And soon I think it'll have to be home time. It's almost 4 o'clock. Very peaceful down here. I'll let you enjoy a bit of the woodland, and then next time.